And then to talk a little bit more about our cold chain service solutions, EBI 20 and EBI 25 and EBI 300. So previously, I have talked about them a little bit, and now I want to show you a bit more images, and then also like with some vaccination stories. Like this model actually was chosen for the Ministry of Health from a certain state in Germany last year because they bought a lot of vaccine, and then they need to transport this vaccine safely to clinics. So that organization really bought a lot of EBI 20 because they are very simple and then very durable and then waterproof with IP67. And then that kind of vaccine was not required with the extremely low temperature. So this model was perfect for them. And come back to talk about the temperature mapping. They are really perfect for you to use in the fridge or even for the oven, and perfect for the warehouse. So if you have any question about EBI 20, you can come back to our distributor or to us. And then coming up is EBI 25 series. This is my favorite product because it's really effortless. And then everything, you will get the data automatically you don't need to go to each point. Thinking about in a warehouse or in a lab that you probably have many, many different chambers and units to monitor our critical points, up spot and post spot. If the person needs to go to each point and then bring the data logger back to the PC and then read out all the data one by one and then program them and then put them back, that is actually a lot of work. With EBI 25, you don't need to do all these hassles. You just need to program it and then put them to the location, fix them, and then you will get the data automatically. And then we have 4 models for this application. This one is internal sensor, and this one is 1 temperature and 1 humidity sensor. So it's two different parameters. And this one is 1 external temperature sensor, and this one's with extremely low or extreme high temperature requirement. So let me explain the scheme for you. It is first you need to tell us how many points that you need. And then we will try to figure out how many interfaces you need. So these data logger point will send the data to the interface. And the interface are connected with our PC or with the internet cable. And then they will send the data through this cable to our PC or server. So that as long as it reaches the server, actually, even though this warehouse is in the south and then you are totally in another location, you can see what's happening inside of the warehouse. And we have our software, WinLog Web and WinLog Wave for you to use. So here is one Pharma Warehouse example that I would like to show you. The customer actually, before they purchase our product, they also have something installed that you can see there's a display signal. But before they using our solution, they really need to go to each point every day 2 times, and the office and the warehouse is really far away, so they need to go up and down. What we help is that we really get this is not a map from that warehouse, but like you would probably give us a map like this and then tell us how many points and what's the temperature. It's a freezer or it's a cold storage room or it is a normal temperature controlled environment. Then we will help you to see, okay, probably you need 1 interface here and 1 interface here. And then, our technician can go to the site and do the testing for you. And then, as cited, and then we will also help you with the installation work together with the IT from your company. So this is like about 800 square meter wide warehouse, and then we have about 25 loggers, and then only 2 interface was adopted. But we have many more successful stories from the Europe. Usually they have maybe 300 pieces lager to 350. That's one of the largest case I have heard. And that is also completely okay for us to work with. Okay. Here is the software, the report will be generated automatically and then send it to your email address or your phone. You can decide it's daily, weekly, or monthly, and then send it to whom, the administrator, the report, the manager. And we also have the app. It was recently renewed in 2021, and then it is for Android and iOS, both possible. The alarm will be sent to your phone as you wish. So this one is the thing I really want to focus, because our WinLog Web is very powerful. It is possible to combine with the third-party sensors as long as they have this 4 to 20 milliampere output. So, for example, you might want to measure O2, CO2 pressure, or in the dust or particle in your facility. We can also combine this third-party sensor and integrate it with our system, so that you only need one system and one alarm system, because this one can be also combined with different alarm systems like a flashlight or calling out machine or SMS, any one as you wish. Yeah, so it is also possible to do some detection or power failure. Just contact with our supervisor, our distributor for more information. Okay, last one but not least one is our EBI 300 series. It is really good for transportation, as you're already seeing the flow. And we have also customer buying this one for just storage monitoring. So this kind of USB data logger, it is really intuitive. So, it's a USB. I just, unplug it and, take out this cover case and then plugging into the PC, then you can read out the data. You can do the programming with our free software. And you can also, plug another sensor. This is the humidity sensor. So this is the left one is the temperature sensor. When you plug a humidity sensor, it becomes 2-point sensor. So this one is the temperature, and this one is the humidity here. And if you want, you can add another adapter, which it becomes the 3-point data logger. And this one is the one-time use. So it is only one. It looks like very simple, but actually this is really the most interesting product I see in eBro. So for most of our product, our pharma customer, they would choose EBI 310 because the accuracy is better and the sampling rate is smaller and have larger memories. But as I explained it, they can be used in all different kind of places. And then with the EBI 300 TX, you can even measure up to 400 degree if you want. We have different sensor for you to choose. So this is another example that we have for vaccine storage in Germany. There was a famous vaccine manufacturer in Germany that they bought our EBI 310 TE for the storage monitoring. I think one of the reasons they choose our data logger is because it is very easy. You actually doesn't need to open the freezer, and you can remove just the main device. And then for measuring, read out the data, read out the value, do the program, and read out the value. The sensor can stay as where it is. You don't need to remove the entire data logger from the chamber, okay? And of course, everything is come with the 3-point factory calibration certificate. Okay, and this is one of the chart that the CDC's guideline about how to ship the vaccine transportation to the clinic. So how you should use the data logger, or you place it. But I suggest you to go to our technical paper. Later, Michael will show you. And if you want it, we can also send it to you. It was together with the newsletter. But if you didn't receive it, we can send it to you. You can read it and then get more information. Okay, that was the last page from me. And I just want to say, there are many competitors on the market. But I think there's only not many manufacturers like Ebro we can offer from Cochin, and then to the steam sterilizer, to the sterilization validations and thermal mapping consultants.